Hey friends, I'm gonna just do a little catching up here. My book came in yesterday and so I'm getting caught up, and I thought I'd just flip through the first few pages. Some people have been decorating this. I didn't get to that. I jumped straight in. And I am doing kind of messy art journaling, layering, just playing with just the stuff that I have more than normal. Just letting myself be messy and play. So this has been kind of fun. So there's my first page. To me, this page was all about grace and rest. And so that's what I highlighted there. This one was do not be afraid. So I'm like, there's no fear allowed. And some people might read that and think that that sounds like a rule. No fear allowed, or you're bad, or no fear allowed, or you don't have faith. For me, I mean it more like, nope, I'm not gonna let fear into my brain, because there is not enough time in the day. So for me, that's just don't let fear get in your brain. And if it gets in there, that's okay. Just pray and move along. Then day 3, I have this washi tape that says not my problema, and it has little llamas on it. And this is about nothing is too difficult for God. So this one was just total messy scrapbook, taped little scraps of paper in here and stuff, and just reminding myself that I don't need to worry because God's my ticket to peace, and my only job is to rest and trust when things get difficult or confusing, and I can be assured and loved knowing that God's in control. And then this is today's. I picked up this texture paste that was on clearance at my Michael's for only $2.50, and I've been doing that if there's interesting art supplies that I normally wouldn't try just because they're expensive, or I don't know if I'm gonna like them, but for $2.50 I can totally get behind trying out this texture paste. And it's really nice and thick and bulky, and it's actually quite gritty. And so I thought it'd be fun to mix with some acrylic paints and do these clouds. So I will show you that process. Here's the end result of that process, but I'll speed that up and show you what I did. But I will just talk real quickly on what being still means to me. So I just brainstormed a bunch of things that being still means to me. And like, it's a gift and a command. God says, be still. He doesn't say, would you try being still? Or you can be still if you want to. He actually tells us. So I think it's a gift from him, but it also is kind of a command. I can create from a place of anxiety, or I can create from a place of stillness. That's very different for me. Those are two very different categories for me. So creating in stillness is really important. I can reflect and recount of all the things that God has done for me in my stillness. I can enjoy rest. Because of my chronic illness, I've been resentful about having to be still and resting, and God's trying to rearrange that in my heart and show me that not only is it good for me to rest, but that I can actually enjoy it. So that would be a new one for me that I'm working on. Being still means making time for things so that you're not always cramming your schedule in so tight that I have no time for things. You need to make time for stillness. Stillness can bring on healing, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I don't need to rush, even if I feel like I do. Even if it seems like I'm going to be late to something, or I'm not going to be able to get things done, if I really stay in the stillness of God, things always turn out, even if it doesn't look like they will. So I just need to remember that. Pray and wait. So if there's a decision I need to make and I'm not sure what decision I need to do, which way I need to go, I can just pray and wait and let go. Stillness brings peace. I need to build in margin into my schedule so that stillness has room to grow in my life. Instead of packing things in super tight and rushing here and there and everywhere, there's just no stillness whenever you're rushing. So building in margin into my schedule so that I'm not rushing things is really good. letting go can bring stillness. So if God has told me he's got something in control, I need to let it go and have him help me settle my heart and be still while he's working things out. It can be resting. It can be listening to him. I wrote here that my heart needs stillness because in our culture, like Shauna talks about in here, everything is so rushed and so busy and all that our hearts can get kind of lost in that. And so my heart needs stillness to kind of reconnect and ground myself with God. Being still requires trust. I wrote actually sit still because sometimes I don't do that, or go to bed when I'm tired, or slow down because I tend to like a fast-paced, busy schedule. But the older I get, the less appealing it is, and I am being more drawn into enjoying rest and building margin into my schedule so that I'm not rushing. And that really does give space that opens up not just my body to feel better, but also my spirit to be able to hear God. Because if I'm not rushing, then I have time to kind of think and ponder about God. So played with this texture paste and some gelatos, mixed just some acrylic paint from Illustrated Faith in with this modeling paste to make these hearts and these clouds. And yes, I'm going to make this book super chunky. I don't care if it like can't close at all by the time I'm done. I just want to play in it. So I thought these big fluffy texture paste clouds would be fun. And then I went and this was fun. This was a fun thing because I went ahead and put some gelato on my brush and put it on top, painted it on top, and it made the clouds sparkly. So that was something that I played with that I would have never played with before, like this modeling paste and then putting the gelato sparkly blue on top of it. I wouldn't have known that you could do that, except for I was still and I let myself just play and play slowly and have fun. And now this will take forever to dry, so my book will be still for quite a long time. Hopefully it'll be ready to turn the page tomorrow. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. I just wanted to show you what I've been up to, and I will be checking in again soon. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.